Here we are. 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I just took my half-eaten one.
Yeah, put them pile going around there.
Temptation from Mike during the week.
No, the chips have been there for 2 weeks.
I'm sure they're still good.
Did you take your low-fat
Yes.
You did?
Nasty fucking shit. What that shit?
Low fat. It's funny because I was teasing him in the car, saying that the stuff I bought was low fat. He's making all kinds of faces. There he is. He went and bought it himself.
Well, hopefully the wrench will come in handy.
All right, Mike. We will see you next week, maybe, or whenever.
Yeah.
Well, you knew it was going to be cold. You're wearing shorts.
Snowing?
Nah. Oh, wait, maybe it did snow. No, you know what that is? That's from the leaves and shit.
Oh.
I'm going to say, it's not that cold.
Man, it's cold.
Well, at least the dew on the car isn't frozen. Well, at least we finished up that one.
Well, all questions were answered.
Well, most of them anyway. We don't know what's going to happen with that Booth guy, for instance. You know.
Oh, Lee Harvey Oswald there?
Yeah.
Didn't think that blonde was that fucking crooked.
Oh, yeah. Everybody on that show's got something going on.
Tell you what, though, that little kid, man, that's a talented actor. Or actress, that little kid there.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is shot in Great Britain anyway, so.
Still, though, I mean, her age, she's a hell of an actress. To pull that off, you know?
Yeah.
Scripted or not, you know? It's like she handles herself very well.
37 degrees.
So I don't have a car temp in this, so I don't know.
Well, that's what Mike's thing back there says.
So that's about the Buick would have said.
Yeah.
Damn near freezing.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna put everything in shock.
Well, people were covering up their gardens and shit. They were warned there might be frost tonight. Well, it actually didn't say it was going to be frost, just be cold.
But God, yeah, it's like I said, all the plants are going into shock.
Yeah.
All that rain and then bam, freezing. Then the wind.
Mm-hmm. And next week it would probably be 110 degrees again.
Look up online when the next series starts.
Yeah, let's see if they're continuing it or not.
Oh, that's shit. I would think they would.
Don't know. I mean, there's endless stories about the New York City police in that era. So a lot of things were going on.
Yeah, Spite and Die. I'll tell you exactly where that is. You go down the Henry Hudson Parkway, right before you go over the bridge. I know right where that's at. It's a train station there. It's not famous. Well, it's a famous little area. It's a Columbus Circle.
I would not know. I have not been into the city since the 70s.
It's not really in the city. It's like it's like on the edge of the city. Like where the Bronx ends and becomes New York City. That's where Spite and Dival is. You ever hear of Columbus Circle?
Yeah.
Right there. That's Spite and Dival right there.
Now, I wonder what's going to happen about the farmer.
The farmer.
The one he threw his body to the pigs?
Oh,
Apparently, he legally married the kid, so she stands to inherit the farm.
I don't think you're doing nothing with that. That's.
And whatever money the guy might have had, legally it's hers.
There ain't much. They ain't gonna do nothing with that. Got him with a sickle. cut him
Right
in
in
half.
the guts. Disemboweled him, for Christ's sake.
Well, she got him 3 times.
No, she got him twice. Once in the shoulder, and then
yeah,
she
and then in the gut.
whacked him right in the gut with it.
Really? Okay. That's a fucked up character, man. That kid. She's got to be the most fucked up.
Yeah. Now, actually, the cliffhanger is One Eye gonna live? Is Morehouse gonna stay down there at Atlantis? And what's his son gonna be up to while he's down there? Well, obviously, the son takes over the family business and fortune. So.
You can start your endeavors in Atlanta. First
And what's Corky gonna end up as? New captain of the precinct?
Well, what happened to the Captain Smith there?
He pulled a fade.
Oh yeah.
Apparently. So they were unable to find him, and he's disappeared. And Corky already told him, you know, it doesn't matter what it says on the door, I'm the one who runs this precinct, you know?
Well, fuel light just came on, so hope we can make it to the mobile station. That's not good. All that effort put into finding in fucking Jack the Ripper about his little kid and his wife.
Yeah.
All that and all along.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. Not in this car.
Well, again, I'm not gonna.
You can literally make it all the way home with that if you wanted
I'm
to.
not gonna try, but we should be able to make it to the. I did it once when I first got the Buick to find out just how far I can go, just in case it ever happened.
Well, the Buick with a big V8, you don't have that. You can't go that
Well,
far.
no, I put a little gallon of gas in the trunk,
No.
and then waited for the fuel light to come on and to see how far I would go.
No.
I purposely did that.
That's risky.
Well, it had to be done. I don't want the light to ping on and then 2 seconds later, you know.
No, none of them do that.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I found out how far I could go.
Because what happens when that thing gets really low down to the bottom, you could burn the damn gas pump out.
Well, I didn't do it.
Or suck shit up into the strainer in the tank as it starts to go. Do that shit, you know?
Yeah, the guy with the fucked up eye, he's like, don't lead me to this fucking guy.
Part of your penance.
Yeah.
Usually when you gut shot like that back in those days, that's a death sentence.
He's about an 80-20 on that one.
Yeah, 80% likely dead.
That's what I mean, 80-20. I give him 80-20.
Plus, he's a double murderer.
No, last 3-4 episodes, I told everything pretty much.
Yeah, they at least wrapped it up.
What was the ghost about? Was that closure, or was it just...
I think that was just in his mind. I don't think it's really there, but just in his mind.
No, I know it wasn't a real ghost. I know that was...
Closure, I suppose, yeah, I guess. He finally knew the truth, what had really happened.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
All this time looking for fucking Jack Ripper, and the wife... So the wife, the mother pushed the kid back or something?
I guess, shoved the kid out of the way or something, just fell over backwards, hit her head, died.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. I thought she was gonna be like a total vegetable from being on them drugs.
Yeah. That's pretty much what those kind of facilities did to people back then, when they weren't lobotomizing them and stuff like that. It kept them medicated on very powerful narcotics.
Like I must have said, I'll call the guard. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Some guard.
Now I want to see Mrs. McGinnis, and it's his wife. So she wasn't presumed dead, just missing.
Yeah. because there was no body found at the house with his daughter, and he just assumed that she was out there somewhere, run off with
Well, how'd they know
somebody.
the kid was dead?
Kid's body was there. I love the thing with the fruitcake.
Oh,
Oh, that was twisted.
Well, let's see. First he took money off the dead dentist. Then he went and said, "What else can I find?" Then he grabbed some morphine or something.
Yeah, some of that.
And then he's helps
himself
some
some cake,
and
yeah.
some wine or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll do as you're told.
Dentist set out to poison somebody else, ended up poisoning himself.
Well, the cake got passed around. Like,
Yeah. Like fruitcakes do, you know, that's what happens with fruitcake. They get passed around. Nobody wants it.
yeah, it's called regifting.
Yes, regifting the damn thing. I know. Wife bakes a fruitcake. Husband poisons fruitcake to send to the wife's boyfriend. Wife's boyfriend doesn't want to eat it because he gives it to his landlord because he's in trouble with the landlord. Landlord doesn't want to eat that shit. So,
I don't like fruitcake.
so he gives it to the dentist in a fancy box. They damn fruitcake. And the dentist is stupid enough to eat it, not recognizing his wife's own lousy fruitcake.
Well, it supposedly came from the best bakery
Yeah.
in all of New York City.
So he eats it.
And the cop comes in and
Yeah.
you got a dead person laying on the floor.
Oh, God.
Last thing you want to do is eat something out of there, you know?
Yeah.
No, he was greedy.
Well, they were incredibly corrupt at that time, and were for many years after that too.
Boy, cake and
And not all
wine
that
for-
great today. And there's still plenty of that shit going on.
Don't talk about like a regular CSI crime scene, you know?
Yeah.
No matter how clean the house is or how fancy, you know?
Yeah.
Corky was going to that black guy. I need you to tell me how the guy died.
He appears to be dead. My professional opinion.
I like that. Well, yeah, that was good. That was good.
What's your opinion of him? Well, my
What's your
opinion, he's
opinion?
dead.
What? That was good.
A snake oil salesman. John D. Rockefeller's own father was like that. Selling miracle cures, all kinds of shit. Most of the time it was just alcohol. Harmless enough.
You would see pictures of that shit all throughout the West.
Yeah. Cures the common cold, cures baldness, cures everything. All that ails you.
They even did that in that movie, Dustin Hoffman, Little Bighorn. Or Little Big Man, is that what the...
I forget.
Yeah, and they put in crab guts in the shit.
What they would do is buy a cask of cheap cognac or wine or something like that. They'd water it down heavily, of course, and add some other harmless ingredients, mint or whatever, just to give it a medicine-y taste. And
Scientifically
put it in
proven.
they'd put it in bottles and put the little fancy label on it.
You drink it.
And there was no governmental control on that kind of. You could call anything you want to do medicine. You wanted to be in drug business? Okay, you're in drug business. Whatever. You make medicines. It doesn't matter. You don't need a drug.
Oh, skunk. Oh.
Fresh skunk too.
Oh, God. It's worse than pneumonia. Bleach. Oh, I hate skunk. God damn it. Oh. Damn. Motherfucker. Damn. God, I hope he gets run over by a car. Just for making my nose. God damn. Oh. God, stink ass fucking things.
later on, there was the quack medical devices. Instead of medicines, they sold you a little gadget that zapped you somehow or stretched you out somehow. And supposed to be cured all kinds of diseases.
They brought one of those electrical things on Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
Put a little thing of electric on you and jolt you and some cure.
We have some kind of quack medical device at the shop.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we do. It was in the old man's basement. Dr. H. Sanji. I looked him up online. It wasn't much, but I found that there was a blurb in there that he was an inventor and producer of quack medical devices. And whatever these devices, looks like pieces of devices, whatever they all have his name on them. So somehow it's connected to him. How the old man's father got it, we'll never know, but don't even know what it is. Some kind of strange device.
I like the teeth pulling in the beginning there.
Pull the wrong tooth.
You get a crunching, it's like, oh. Woman, you pulled the wrong tooth. Smack.
And then they start laughing about it.
Yeah. She just thought it was funny just because. I would. His teeth were rotten anyways.
Probably. Sticking that filthy finger in his mouth, tools, no
sterilization.
Nothing at all. Ugh. It's amazing any of those people lived past the age of 10.
God. Put those things in a steamer.
They had to be amazingly tough to survive that shit. Especially in the filthy cities.
We're after watching that special with the sausage. Nobody on the road.
This late hour, 2:07 in the morning. Is that the right time?
Yeah, that is the right time. Getting home, it'll be light out again.
Yeah. Well, my feet can use a rest. A lot of tramping around today.
Good bit of walking.
Fireworks display. I guess we'll see another one in a month. We must have some money up there.
So that was about 10-15 grand, you think?
Well, Mike said probably is. That was a pretty damn big display. That's a bigger display than
that was. Yeah, that
lake.
was.
And mine's just not even the 4th of July.
Well, like I said, that wasn't a weak ass.
I remember the last time we were up there, they had fireworks. I filmed that one too, but I did it with the old camera.
Had to come out on the old camera.
A little fuzzy, but you could see it. Don't remember what I did with that video. Might even be on YouTube. I think it was last year. Yeah, it might be there. I might have used the Bloggy to do it. I don't know. I don't remember.
Boy, I'm so used to going to either side of the pump.
And no more of that.
I gotta go like everybody else.
Take $10 of that money, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Gave me 20, but I need some cash for the week.
I like how this guy conveniently blocks the middle pump. See how we parked?
Yeah, I see.
Dumbass.
Is he in there bullshitting or something?
I walk in, right? Nobody behind the counter. I go, ah, shit. That's the first thing, and then he goes, so I'm over here. God damn, you know, I'm not going to rush or nothing, but shit, you know? Son of a bitch, you know? Come on. Then you got that terrorist motherfucker over here in Connecticut. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Well, I go in. It was a couple weeks, last week or the week before. Go in there, right? And I'm like, shit. And I see the guy, and then there's some guy on a towel. Oh
my god.
Motherfucker. I'm like, shit. So I just said real fucking loud. I'm like, you know, pump one, cash regular. I said, he's like, oh, man. And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm tired. I want to go fucking go home. Oh, God. You got a law against that, you know? Oh, and then Mike was saying something about you try to pass a 20 or something. I had the same
An
thing.
old 100, I think it was.
No, I had an old 50, and I did right where Putnam Bank is.
Yeah,
the station right there.
Uh-huh.
So I go in there, and of course, you know, first thing I do is I pull the license plate down, take the gas cap off.
Yeah.
Go in there, and I go cash regular, fill it up, you know, 50 over here in cash regular, right? And Abdul, the fucking terrorist, is looking at the goddamn thing. Oh, and he asked me, is this fake? And guess what I felt like saying? Yeah, it's fake, and I'm going to tell you. And I said to him, I'm like, no. And he said, oh, maybe I ought to call somebody. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I said, you know what? After I just grabbed the 50, I said, fine, whatever. Then he runs out to the car to grab my plate number. So, of course, I get in the car, and he runs behind the car. I left the plate down, and I take off. And he tried running after me. Then he tried to run in front of the car once he saw I left the plate down. I'm like, if you don't know how to identify our fucking money, you can't even speak the fucking language. You know? So the fucking bank gave it to me. Reminds me of getting in that fucking cab in Seattle and I got in a fucking emergency. Ooh, get that. Oh, fuck this. In English speaking now.
And now, we've been off that old currency so long now that the new generation probably doesn't know what the fuck it looks like.
Nope.
Totally alien to them.
I get it all the time. The bank, like the one girl at the bank, she holds all the old bills for me and I go through it and I get shit all the fucking time. And then other stuff, I'm like, alright. Kids, teenagers looking at it, and there's no strike. They go, yeah, well, it's not taking the marker, and I gotta make a call who you gotta fucking
I'm
call.
surprised it doesn't take the marker, it should, because the paper itself hasn't changed.
It doesn't. They mark it, and then it comes out with the yellow on the marker. It's still the acid-free, whatever.
Well, it's special paper just for that. That's all it's ever used for is money. That's it.
Pain in the ass with that shit,
Oh, yeah.
Go somewhere. Well, I can't take this. Why?
Yeah.
It's a 20. Why?
It's U.S. currency. This is the United States last time I checked. Good for all debt, public and private.
Oh my fucking god. Did I tell you about the phone call I got about trains?
No.
Oh, ready? Alright.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me about that.
Now, did I tell you that he wanted to sell the trains?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that he wanted $800?
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't have the heart to tell the guy, where the fuck are you getting these numbers?
Yeah.
I could have taken a picture of each of these trains, handed them to you. You would have had prices for these in under 10 minutes, if that. And I wanted to say to this guy, where the fuck are you coming up with this? Fucking, how'd you come up with this number? I probably wouldn't have, but maybe if he had said $80, then I would have said, look, you got 40, maybe $40, $50 here. I'm in a good mood. I'll give you 50, just to do it, because he was an old guy living in a condo. He's up there in age, whatever, just to make him feel good. I would have haggled a little bit. He's telling me $885 fucking dollars. I can't come down from
I have
that.
weird ideas on price sometimes. It's like at the flea market.
He goes, well, you know what he says? He goes, well, let me do some research. I'll come up and I'll give you a price. I'm like, okay. And he calls me back like a week later and he's telling me $885. Where the hell did you come up with that number?
Yeah.
He goes, and it certainly was off. eBay is bad. It ain't that fucking bad.
Yeah.
Not with what he had. I don't know what the hell he was looking up. Even O-Gauge is not worth that. Even if it was Lionel, it's not worth that. And it wasn't like he had a whole 50,000 trains filling up the trunk of my old car, Jesus Christ, he just about had 12, 13, 15 trains. Like, wow. Useless brass track that nobody wants.
What's wrong with brass track?
Corrodes.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would.
So then you gotta sit there and first of all, you can't be in the dank basement where everybody keeps their shit. You have to be,
in a closet. It's like the two guns I got off the old man there to take care of it. They were in a closet, which is lucky they'd be totally gone, but they're rough. Like, oh man, I couldn't believe how rough that poor shotgun was. That would have been a nice gun.
I was telling somebody else, a friend of mine, she's all like, why are you getting that? It's like, why? Why? And tell this guy you're fucking crazy, 50 fucking bucks? The guy would have hung the phone. I said, let him hang the phone up on you. I was like, I wasn't about to sit there and argue with this fucking guy. He was so fixated on this $800. It's like, what are you gonna, maybe, I'll tell you what, I'll make you an offer, $800, we'll knock off the $85, we'll call it an even.
Well, did you hear the guy today when I was buying those hammers for $3 each?
No.
What he told those two kids in these two tiny little Matchbox cars?
No.
$50 each.
Oh!
And the kid even said, is that crazy? $50? I didn't bother to get involved in the conversation. How much you want for these hammers? I expected to hear $60, $70 after that fucking price.
Yeah.
And he goes, $3 each. No problem. I'm going to be that.
What brand were they?
Rigid.
Rigid, yeah, it's a good fucking brand.
Yeah, right they are.
That's a Home Depot special right there.
Home Depot sells Chinese crap. They don't sell Rigid. Rigid is USA made. I'm not even sure Rigid makes those hammers anymore. They can't compete with the damn Chinese on the cheap crap. But they good hammers. You don't get those. It's the kind of thing that you get at the flea market, nowhere else.
Like I said, if the guy had said, well, I looked it up on eBay and it seems to be about, you know, $70, $80 worth of stuff here, then he would have been like, that's about what the stuff is worth. And then I would have said, I'll do you a favor, because he had 3 things that I wouldn't have minded having, but I'm not buying this shit anymore. I bought busted trains today, missing wheels and crap. That's why when I seen them earlier, I was like, you know what? The guy was like, $2 a piece. I said, how about $1 a piece? That's, you know, I figured $3 for parts. So I figured, you know what? It's 3 of them. Fuck it. Guy's like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, here you go. I'll spend $3 for that.
Well, there are people willing to deal because they took a bath yesterday, literally.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this fucking old guy, I mean, 2 fucking years later, calls me back. Oh my God. Alright, fine, I'll go over and look at him. I'm expecting her. You know, maybe, and I was actually gonna go buy some shit, fucking see what the hell we have here. Oh, God.
Well, it's like when people tell me I got this old Army rifle I'm looking to get rid of. Of course, when you see it, it's always some sporterized, chopped up piece of shit.
Yeah.
And they want $300, $400 for it. Like it's still original in a mint condition with every matching number. Everyone's like, get out of here.
The same thing with cars years ago down in Virginia. Oh, it's 80%. I saw 80% restored. You fucking kidding me? 80% restored. Just take the fucking frame and send it back down the assembly line. What are you talking about 80% restored? This thing is 80% gone.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, 80% restored. Fucking my ass. What's your version of the missing 20% here?
Eaten by rust beetles.
No, it wasn't that car. That 80% restored was a '69 Dodge Charger, or a '68. And there was no dents, no rust, but it was missing like literally 65-70% of the fucking car. Had the one seat, no back seat, half the dash was gone. The whole thing was like gone, you know. It was like mixed match fenders. Taillight was off of it. The thing, what do you call the flip ups were gone.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? We need 80% restored. 80% gone. Jeez. No liner in the trunk. Missing a door handle on that side, on the outside. What? Yeah, 80% restored. Yeah.
Nice.
Versions of things are, you know. Yeah, then he was telling me he did a train table and this and that, and so I was like, how big was it? Oh, it was almost a whole sheet of plywood. And I'm like, a whole sheet of plywood? Motherfucker, I'm dealing with 4 and 5 and 8 sheets of plywood. I'll give you a fucking train table. Shit. You know?
But like, you gotta be careful when you buy online and shit like that. A lot of people get burned because they don't ask the right questions. They don't look at the product carefully.
I'm just like,
and they don't know what the hell they're doing. I had some customer the other day who, I think it's somebody Pat knows.
I mean,
bought a car, apparently off eBay as is, and when he got it, he found out the engine was full of water. It was a Mopar. He wanted a big block for. He asked us if we had a running big block he could put in there just so we could run it for the summer and enjoy the car a little bit before he tears the other engine down and rebuilds it or whatever he's going to do. And I'm like, where am I going to get a big block Chrysler in 2013 that's good as is? You know, the only one I have has been sitting for 31 years. Yeah, maybe you can take it apart, re-gasket it. You might get lucky and it turns, but I'm not going to promise you that. You know, I can't. I haven't had a running big block in that yard since the 1990s.
What is it? Fox?
Yeah.
Did you get them?
Probably camera. I certainly did. I didn't.
I mean, I just feel like calling this guy up and saying, where the hell, where did you get these prices from? Because even if you go eBay,
Got them out of a book.
Even what?
You know?
What book?
Yeah, I know, but there are books out there.
Okay.
Same thing with the guns. I get books all the fucking time. It gets ridiculous prices on shit. Like, what the fuck? Someone's gonna knock up to you $400.
No book I ever fucking seen.
Then you get more realistic prices by going to online, monitoring auctions, and see what other people actually sell them for.
I know this guy didn't buy a book. He couldn't.
Or what they do is they go to eBay. They don't know what they're doing there. They look at auctions and they pick the highest price someone is asking for something, not selling. Asking. Now I can go on eBay and sell. Say I want to sell a radio knob, and I'll ask $500 for it, but no one's going to pay me that. But I'm asking.
But I'm just saying though, he didn't have a whole fucking my old trunk full of fucking trains.
No, of course not.
He had 15 trains.
Yeah.
So if you have 15 HO is the cheapest thing out there. Even at the flea markets, they're not asking that. That's why I feel like,
like I said, he doesn't know what he's doing. He went.
Where the hell?
He went, or worse, he had somebody else do it for him who doesn't know what they're doing. You know, if he himself is not online, he had someone else do it. I said, I was on eBay. I saw a guy selling one of those for $1,000. Okay, did he get a customer for it? Did somebody actually pay him? Did you go back and check the feedback to see if the customer replied back that they actually paid him and the transaction went through? You know, and didn't default on the payment or whatever.
Even if you go to, like I said, if you go to Mint and Box with all these trains that he had, that averages out to almost $100 per train. That's the eBay's not even that bad with DHO. On your best day, you know, you go do tankers and boxcars and shit, they're like 15 and 20 a piece, and that's fucking outrageous. When they should be, and then some are 2 and 3. That's why I was like, where the hell do you get these? Even eBay is not, he had like 15 trains. He didn't have, 500 fucking trains, and holy shit, you know, that's why where did you get these prices from? You didn't get it. Sure as fuck didn't.
Ever since people started using the internet to price things, that's sometimes what for people in the know who know how to do it properly, it's not that it's an easy tool to use and they get a fair price. But a lot of people do it, they have no fucking clue.
I feel like calling this guy back up.
Don't even bother. What's the point? He's an old man. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I know. Yeah.
You know, you can explain he's blue in the face. He's not going to make it into his mind. He doesn't know.
Well, I looked him up online. Yeah.
Let it go. Fuck it. Plenty of other trains out there. You went past plenty of them today.
Oh no, I'm not even the slightest bit interested. But yeah, he had 2 cars. Maybe I may have wanted. They were Tycos. I could get these things online if I wanted for $5 a piece. That's why I'm not gonna bother calling this. That's what I was telling my other friend. I gotta call this fucking guy back up. What? Play ping pong with this motherfucker.
When I had the FFL and I was buying shit online all the time, I'd run into this constantly. If somebody selling something that you would be willing to pay a fair price for, but they want double the fair price because somewhere they saw somebody asking that for it.
Yeah.
Or worse, there was, the 1 in a million thing where someone actually paid that for something. One time, one person, one transaction. All of a sudden, everyone is worth that? No. Everything is different. Who knows why that one sold for that?
Even when I started putting that train table together a couple of years ago, the first thing I did was I looked online.
Yeah.
See what everything was worth, And that way when I went to the flea markets, it's like, okay, no, that's not a good deal. That is a good deal. Hell no. Yeah, fuck you, light. Yeah, that's right. I fucked you. Yeah, I'm giving that light the finger.
Squeaked by this time.
Well, short work week.
Yep. And I'll be sleeping tomorrow, that's for sure. 2:28 in the morning. Time I get to bed, it'll be almost 3.
Damn, is somebody gonna sweep these rocks?
Eventually, the town probably will, but not right away. They got enough other washouts to worry about.
You're not gonna go out here and sweep the rocks?
I am not sweeping anything there. That's not our property.
Oh.
Or our problem. That is county property. And, well, town property. They're responsible for that damn bike path, not me.
I should be around next week. Hopefully we'll watch that Titanic thing.
All right, Scott. Until then, this weekend comes to a close.
Lake Michigan in here.
I'll pull up a little bit here, Scott. I don't want to get out in the middle of the damn water. I can't see out there.
leave the lights on.
Alrighty. Let's put this to sleep.